Okay, so let's have a look, see what won in the poll. It looks like finding the stronghold was the winner. So you guys don't want me to do any more creative building around the area. You don't want to build up my base, you want me to go and find the stronghold, which is fair enough. I think that's probably the most needed thing to be done next anyway. So I'm quite happy doing that. Now, okay, so question chat. Anyone that's still here, because I did have an extended break, just so that I could fill up with food and things. I have a question. Strongholds. What is this is more of a question, like it's more of a statement slash question, because I'm under a conception on the way that strongholds generate, right? So, strongholds, how do they generate? So, my understanding, and this could be incorrect, so please correct me if I am wrong, is from your origin point, there are 3 strongholds that's at least like 1,000 to 2,000 blocks away, right? And they kind of like form a triangle around you, so they're like equally distanced from each other and equally distanced from the spawn point. Now, in terms of where was the spawn point, I believe it was over here somewhere. I'm sure I placed down a block to say where it was. I don't know if it's gone. Well, anyway, it was somewhere over here. So this was the original spawn point, somewhere over here, because the first thing we saw was the village, right? When we spawned in. So somewhere around here, I do have a. There is like a proper marker somewhere, but I don't know where it is. It's been a long time since I've really like had a look around here. Maybe I never actually put a marker down, and I need to go back through the first VOD and see what the coordinates were. It might be this. No, I don't think it would be, because that looks very natural. I don't know. But anyway, I did. There is a marker somewhere around here. Oh, maybe it's like more on this side. Maybe it was on. Maybe we didn't know about. Oh, there's a portal over there. I don't know if I knew about that. Maybe it was on this side. I can't remember, but it was somewhere near this village, because I'm pretty sure that we knew that this village was here like right away. By the way, I've never like messed with this village like this. So this village, all the villagers are more than likely dead. I know there's a golem, so there must be someone in the village. But anyway, yeah. So from the spawn point, if we've got 1,000 to 2,000 blocks in 3 different directions, there is guaranteed to be a stronghold. Now, if we, by the laws of our own ruling system, are only allowed to travel in this system and this direction with deviation, what is the likelihood that the stronghold, like one of those strongholds, is in this direction? Next question, and this is kind of the big one. If we do find this, that there is like a stronghold that's pointing us directly this way, the other 2 would be kind of like in that direction anyway, and that's still kind of breaking our rules a little bit. Is there any other like chances of strongholds like even further away? I know there's only a limited number of strongholds in any given world. It's like 100 something. I don't remember the exact figure. It's like 120. Is there a likelihood that if we travel in this direction for long enough, we're going to hit a stronghold? Or do we just do the traditional, let's find a stronghold and beat the game? We'll just do it traditionally and forget about the rule of going in that direction or that direction. for the first, just to beat the game with the stronghold kind of thing. Now, eventually, this is like way down the line. We're not there yet, not for a long way. My next plan was to go out like 5,000 blocks in that direction, find a good biome, and build a different base, something that is very, very different to like a village idea, right? So this village idea is a bunch of very small buildings that have farms on the inside. When I build a new base, like depending on what I'm inspired to do, or maybe the type of content that's being released in the newer updates, one of my ideas to keep the game fresh was to start from scratch. So literally dumping all of my equipment here at this base, traveling out in that direction, surviving on the fallow land until we get there, burning all of my stuff and literally starting from scratch. Punching trees and things like that. That's gonna be really awkward if it's a sea start, an ocean start. Which I wouldn't be. I would like that idea. I'd like to do an ocean start. I think that could be quite challenging. It'd be shipwrecks. So we could do that, and the original idea, if I remember correctly, was I'm not allowed to come back for this stuff until we've beaten the dragon again, kind of thing. So do we want to keep with those rules? So like really avoid going in that direction or this direction, just so that we can have that new content is not that far away kind of thing? Or do we just want to scrap that, just go out and explore and just enjoy the world and then just go like further away kind of thing to start afresh and just not do that often? I mean, I was never going to start from afresh for 1.19. This world was created in 1.18. We were never going to start afresh from 1.19 because there wasn't that much of a change, in my opinion anyway. I'm not sure about 120 because I've not really looked at it. I'm not overly fussed about restarting yet. I've got a lot of inspiration around here, so this is like way in the future, but I'm like trying to plan ahead because something that I have found with worlds, like my attention span does wane after a while. If I'm in doing the same area for too long, I lose interest. So at some point, it might not even be on an update. It might just be I want to start fresh. Seems to be we will let you know the features as soon as the snapshots roll out. I prefer it that way. I do like snapshots, but I do prefer it being a bit more of a mystery, and we might play some of the snapshots when they do come out so that I don't get spoiled. So I always do, and I'm always disappointed. Actually, I didn't for this update. I didn't get any spoilers. But then I haven't gone out of my way to explore this update either, so there's a lot about this update that I have no idea about. I don't know how skulk sensors work. I don't know how to get skulk sensors. I don't know how to find a deep dark. I've never seen a deep dark. The only thing that I did find was the mangrove forest, because I wanted to build with mangrove because it's a beautiful wood type. But other than that, but anyway, that's beside the point. Because we kind of need to decide on my actions here, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, oh no! Don't throw the eggs. Keep the eggs. Yeah, we need to kind of like decide on my actions here so that we can prepare accordingly. Right, I think the first thing that we need to do, we need to get an Eye of Ender. Is it Blaze Powder for Eye of Ender? Yes. Get an Eye of Ender, which that's the first time I've crafted one of those, and we'll just see which direction it leads us in. We might be really fortunate, it might just like head in that direction or this direction kind of thing. Then we have gone out like 20,000 blocks in that direction, so I'm fairly confident that I mean, we could have missed the stronghold, but I'm fairly confident it's not in that direction because there are usual telltale signs. Actually, to be fair, it could still be out in that direction. But let's throw it. Let's see. Okay, so it goes in that direction, which I would say... So that's 1,000 blocks in that direction. So what do you guys want to do? It's between 1,000 and 2,000 blocks in that direction. What do you guys want to do? Do you just want to go beeline for that stronghold? Make a mark on it. Put a nether portal in and then connect it to the nether portal that we've already got, which would be a lot easier. Or do you want to... I mean, that's not too bad. I was hoping for there, but that is really not that bad. I think if we went 1,000 blocks in that direction and then 1,000 blocks in that direction, you're not going to spoil that immediate spawn point over there. So, yeah. Right, should we go for that then? We'll go for that one. Let's go and get some more of those Eyes of Ender, just so that I don't lose the track. Also, next question. Eyes of Ender, do they only go to the nearest stronghold, or will they go to any stronghold? Are they kind of like, are they picky with the strongholds that they like to select? How do Eyes of Ender work? I've never really played, I'll be honest, I've never really played around with it. Alright, we'll do 9 Eyes of Ender, that should be enough. Like I said, we're not going into the end today, so we don't need to. You can triangulate with them too. Absolutely you can, of course you can. You can use triangles. Any that is nearest. Ah. Okay, so it is the nearest to you. It doesn't just go to one singular one. Okay, that's good. So the nearest one that we've got right now is in that direction. So I'm curious to test out one of my another one of my theories. Because we're very close to spawn. So we're going to test out a theory that I have. And if I'm correct... I'll tell you in a second if I'm correct. I'll complete that sentence in a second, okay? Just be patient. Why do I still have my Halloween skin on? So I'm just going to go out in this direction just a little bit, right? So like I said, so number one was kind of like in that direction. So my theory is that the way I understand how strongholds generate, from your spawn point, there is like a ring of strongholds that all generate, like there's 3 that generate. So I think the spawn point is somewhere around here, right? So, from here, from like a spawn, wherever the spawn point, the exact spawn point is, I have a feeling actually it might be down here. I don't know. I don't remember exactly where it is. I did put a marker down and I've lost it. I cannot find it. But wherever that spawn point is, right, there are 3 strongholds equally distanced in that ring away from the spawn point, right? So when you get there, when you've got 3 strongholds and you throw the Eye of Ender, which one does it know to go to? They're not exactly on that ring. There are more rings centered on spawn. Well, I knew there were more rings, but so it's not. I know it's not exact. It's not exactly like from spawn, but the way I understood it and how I've always understood it is that strongholds are equally distant from each other. So if you've got a stronghold in that direction, 2,000 blocks away, there is also, and if you're on your spawn point, there's also a stronghold, 2,000 blocks in that direction, 2,000 blocks in that direction. That's my theory. That's how triangles work. So if I go over in this direction, which is way past spawn, if I throw my Eye of Ender, it should go in that direction. If my theory is correct. If my theory is correct, and it could very well not be correct. No, so it's still going to that one. So it's still going to that one there. So maybe it isn't, the ring isn't centered around spawn. I'm sure it is centered around spawn. I'm going to travel out a little bit further in this direction. We'll go like a couple of 100 blocks. For it to change. It's still going in that direction. I'm really far from spawn now, so that's obviously not correct. That it can't be centered to the nearest one, because surely the one that's in this direction, because I could have sworn that they were supposed to be like equally distant. Spawn is literally on that brow over there. And maybe I'm misunderstanding, or maybe misremembering how strongholds spawn. We'll go a little bit further. I have been out this way, but it's been a long time. I just want to go far enough away from that stronghold that a different stronghold is now the nearest stronghold, right? And I feel like that should have happened by now, because also, next question, and this is just a general question. Once a portal has been activated, does the Eyes of Ender still go to that portal, or does it then go to a different stronghold? It would be cool if it went to a different stronghold. Maybe actually no, it wouldn't. Yeah, no, it's still going in that direction. So that the rule of because there's no way. Because if there really is 3 strongholds on that ring that is centered around spawn, I have gone. How far have I gone from spawn? I've gone 500 blocks from spawn, so there's no way that. I mean, I've gone 500 blocks away from there. So that can't be right. That rule cannot be right. The Eye of Ender must be attached just to a singular stronghold, or the ring rule of equal distance apart strongholds is wrong. One of them is wrong. It can't be both. You can't have both of them, because we've just done a couple of tests and it was inconclusive. So one of those 2 rules is wrong. Can someone have a look on the wiki for me? Animal, that's normally your job. You're usually quite good at this. Yeah, it goes to the same, not another. Okay, so it's always fixed to the same. So the Eye of Ender always goes to a singular stronghold. So how do you find the other strongholds? That's my big question. I mean, I guess if we know that there's a ring, and you know the distance from spawn to the first stronghold that you found, you can triangulate the other strongholds in that ring. But how do you get the strongholds in like the next layer of rings? Like, I can't think of a way around that. Oh, okay. It goes the same when you have opened it. Okay, that's the old answer. Right. Well, that makes sense. I kind of already knew that, but I wanted I thought it would be pretty cool if once you turned on the portal, we could, like, you could get it to snap to a different one. It keeps pointing to the nearest at your location. Yeah, but that can't be right though, Animal. So if that is how the Eyes of Ender work, if that's generally how the Eyes of Ender do work, then the rule of the strongholds being either 3 strongholds being in a circle around spawn at equal distance from each other is wrong, or that rule is wrong, because we've just done a test, because the strongholds are usually like 2,000 blocks away. I've gone 500 blocks in the opposite direction to the stronghold, and it's still pointing to the same stronghold. So that equal distance rule can't be right. Like the equal distance from each of the strongholds, that can't be right then, if that's the case. I mean, 500 blocks is a considerable amount. They are not equal distance. They're near a ring that is around spawn, and further out there is a ring with the strongholds. No, I'm sure that the strongholds in the rings were supposed to be equal distance apart. I'm sure that's what it used to be. 20 or 30 strongholds, I think, in the second ring. Yeah, and that's like 6,000 blocks out though. Deviate a bit from that ring. Okay. So where is that ring situated? It's got to be like 1,000 to 2,000 blocks, right? That's usually where you find your first stronghold, about 1,000 blocks away. There's a max of 30 strongholds per world, you think? No, it's more than that. It's like 120. 120, I believe. Because there's like multiple rings. So there's like the further out those rings go, the more strongholds there are, until you get to like the 8th or 9th ring, and then that's it. There's no more. But that's at like 1,500. No, sorry, 15,000 blocks out, or maybe even 20,000 blocks. It might be that far. I can't remember. I did look all this up a long time ago when I first was trying to figure out strongholds. I think the ring distance can depend on the seed. Yeah, so the ring distance can depend on the seed. I know an old version seed had a stronghold in the same chunk as spawn. Oh. But it's usually like 1,000 to 2,000 blocks away, depending on your spawn, depending on your seed. I mean, what we could do, honestly, to figure this out, is put this seed in a biome finder and just find the strongholds. But that kind of ruins the fun of exploring, so I'm not going to do that. Usually 1,500 or so blocks away, yeah. Yes, I think it's between the 1,000 to 2,000 block mark. I don't think that my first stronghold has ever been more than 2,000 blocks from spawn, but then, you know, there could be exceptions maybe. Could go out to 3,000, but I doubt it, because that's quite a considerable way if you're beating the game for the first time. Okay, anyway, none of this answered the question, because what I wanted to see was if I traveled like 500 blocks in that direction, we were going to get a different spawning stronghold. So, question chat. What I would like to ask you, should I just go directly to the nearest stronghold to the base here, which is in that direction there? Or do we stick religiously to our only going to the north and the south direction, and every so often just popping off a Eye of Ender to see if the direction of where the stronghold is changes? What would you like to do? Because if we end up with a stronghold that's like exactly on that north mark, but it's like 10,000 blocks away or something like that, that would be cool. That'd be cool to go to. It'd be a long trek, but that's part of the rules of the save. Or do we just change the rules ever so slightly, tweak them ever so slightly, just so that we can go and beat the end? One of the reasons why I have put off beating the end for so long is because of this whole dilemma. I wasn't sure how to do this, and I still don't know. What would you guys prefer? Are we going to stick religiously to our rule set, which we've kind of already stopped doing that anyway? There was never really a religious rule set in the first place. Or do we kind of, pull out a little bit? Small drip leaf. Can you get those, like, ever? Is that a unique item? I've never seen small drip leaf before. I've only ever seen big drip leaf. I know you don't want spoilers, but I can check the seed for you and see if there are any end portals on that straight path within the 2,000 blocks. Yeah, we could do that, actually. I don't mind. Do you want me to DM it to you? I can DM that to you, actually. Oh, I don't have Discord loaded up. Rip. Here, I'll just put it in the Twitch chat. I can't be bothered to. So that's the seed right there. So it would be to the north and the south kind of thing. If there is a stronghold, but then either way, then we've got to think, like, what about the strongholds from the next base? Because I would like to do the stronghold multiple times. What are your coordinates? Well, we're very close to spawn, right? So spawn is like over here. We're at like -15 by like, yeah. So the path that we've been going on is kind of between it's been on the 0 line on the x-axis, and then kind of going up and down the x-axis on the 0 line. I have been deviating off by like 50 blocks or something. So I've been able to go 50 blocks in this direction, 50 blocks in that direction. And while I'm here at this point, I've been going a little bit further in that direction, a little bit further in that direction, but not that much further. But when I've been exploring like the big long treks, it's been on the zero line. And I think, if I remember correctly, my spawn point, actually, with that seed, can you find out what my spawn point actually is, what the coordinates are? Because I know it's fairly close to 0, 0. The only way I could really find it out is if I died, and I don't want to do that because I've got 23 levels. Died with breaking a bed or something like that, right? So I think it's close to the 0, 0 line, like somewhere over here. There is one at 14,000 away from 0. Interesting. So there is one, so we could go to that. But then again, that is gonna stop the exploration. Pros and cons, pros and cons. Yeah, if I remember right, I think Spawn was somewhere down here, but I don't remember the exact spot, and I can't seem to find my marker, mainly because I'm not sure if I made a marker now. I thought I put like a log block down somewhere. Evidently not. $500 away from the paths at 0. Okay. Okay. Are they fairly close, or are they a bit further away? I mean, I guess the exploration thing is because you've been very vague with that, which is good. All between the 5,000 and 17,000 away from spawn. You've been very vague with that, which I like, because you've not given me a direction. I'm allowed to travel to both the north and the south. You've not told me north or south, right? So I could end up going like 17,000 blocks in this direction and not find a single thing, you know what I mean? So, but you said there's a bunch 500 away. I think veering off 500 from the line is acceptable, especially if we're at like 5,000 blocks away. I think that's acceptable. It's when we're close to spawn that I really don't want to go in that direction too far. I don't want to go in that direction too far. Okay, should we do that? Should we go on the long journey? We're not going to go to the direct closest one. Stronghold. You didn't hear the north-south rule. Yeah, so I'm able to go north and south in both directions, but don't tell me which one you looked. Yeah, don't tell me which one you looked up, because I think that's going to add to it. I think that's good. I think that's going to add to a little bit of an adventure here, because effectively today we might not even be able to find a stronghold. I still want to know where my spawn is. I'm sure I placed like a block down somewhere. So you couldn't, when you spawned in, you couldn't see the mountain. So the mountain was hidden behind this grass verge. I'm 99% sure it wasn't above the village here. The village was kind of like behind me in that direction. So I think spawn was somewhere around here. Get a compass. Oh yeah. Oh dude, that's so easy. Okay, I'll get a compass. So animal, next question, now that you've got that seed up, can you answer definitively if the strongholds in the inner circle, those 3 strongholds, are equally distanced away from each other, or are they random? Now that you've got that seed up, you can tell me whether it's randomly spread out, those 3. It'd be cool if you could get them so they were random, so then you could get like potentially 2 strongholds really close to each other. But I'm sure that's probably not how it works. Compass. I'm sure I've got a compass. I've got 5. Of course this goes to spawn. I forget. It's multiple rings. The further away, the more they align in a circle. Ah. I meant the closest 3. Are they kind of like have an equal distance away from each other? That was more my question, because that should create a triangle. So spawn was here? So it's on this flower. That's the spawn block. This block. So where did I not? I obviously didn't put a marker down. So it's actually here. It's on this side of the hill. Oh, do you know what? I don't remember then. So maybe this being here was a surprise. That must have been a surprise then. So let's get the spawn block back out. What are we on? Oh, it really is like really close to 0, 0. It's the 0, 0 mark, look, isn't it? Are we sure that this is spawn? World spawn is on 0, 0? Or does the compass just point to 0, 0? I guess that no, the compass just points to 0, 0. This wasn't necessarily where I spawned it. Is that here? I guess that's spawn. Oh yes, spawn since 1.8 is always 0, 0, 1.18 at world creation. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, otherwise we wouldn't have needed it. What's the point in compasses then? There's no point in a compass. Okay, spawn is always 0, 0. Okay. Ah, I think I understand how the ring system works. So the distance, the distance on the inner ring or any of the strongholds on the ring are equally distanced from each other. However, the ring is not necessarily exactly centered around spawn. Does that make sense? So it could be slightly offset. So that's why when we went 500 blocks in that direction, we were still pointing in towards that stronghold. Does that make sense? I think that's how it works. Now I'm thinking about it. That's how it works. Like to not have to hit F3 to lose yourself. Okay, I'll keep the compass with me. If you want to play by those, I'm fine with playing by those set of rules. To be fair, I think that's fair. The thing is, for F3, I want to make the reason why I'm going to be using F3 is because I want to make sure I'm not veering off too much from the 0, 0 line. Right? I got a new disc, by the way. I don't know where the other one went. Maybe I put it in here. I did. Got a new disc. Got Ward. Okay. Right. Let's figure out what we want to take with us, and then we're going to go off on a journey. And I'm going to go to the north, I think. I have gone to the north the most out of everywhere, so maybe I shouldn't go to the north and I should go to the south. I'm picking my tool set so that we're not taking like too many tools. So I don't need my fortune pick, so we'll leave that behind. Keep the flint and steel with us. Bet I don't have that much, do I? I've got a little bit of obsidian. I never play around with compass. I think I already know the answer to what I'm about to ask. Compasses don't work in the nether, right? Compasses don't work in the nether. That was... yeah. I knew that. I don't know why I was... The music disc stopped playing. They do if they're tied to a lodestone. That was it. That's it. It's a lodestone. It's the lodestone. That's what we wanted. I want to listen to that song. Okay, so I am going to take a compass with me. I'm going to take the Eyes of Ender. I'm not... I will take the... Actually, yeah, I'll take the extra Ender Pearls. The bones can stay. The ladders, we can take them with us, but we'll keep the shears here. There's no point in having shears. What are we going to use shears for? Sticks can stay, I think. We'll take a crafting table with us. So I'm taking obsidian with me so that we can build a portal and travel back through the nether. If we wanted to travel back that way. I don't actually have that much gear. We'll take a shield with us. We're doing some exploration, cave diving and stuff. Why do we have smithing tables in there? We want a bed to take with us. Different random seed. Interesting stuff they put in. Okay, let me have a look at this. Oh, I'm going to show you guys this, chat. So I was correct in my assumption here. That they do, those three, that's the first ring. They do look equally distanced from each other, so I was correct on that assumption. My assumption, though, that initial ring is centered around spawn was incorrect. Right? So think about it. If that's spawn there, the compass, that one is definitely closer. Bed in the nether. I'm not going into the nether. I'm traveling above world. We're traveling back over the nether when we come back. So then we've got these. These are all equally distanced away from each other, but the rings are kind of like offset. So they're not all... The strongholds are equally distanced from each other inside the rings, but the rings are offset from spawn, so they're not necessarily exactly over spawn, so it doesn't like create centric. Also, by the way, I totally called the fact that there was like 100 strongholds, right? But yeah, that's pretty cool. I like this. Yeah, thanks for that, animal. That was interesting. Hello, view from the International Space Station. Goodbye. That was interesting. Yeah, I'm not taking a bed with me in the nether. Right, what else do we need? We definitely want to take a boat with us. Do I not have any pre-made boats? We might have lost them all. Make a new one. Each stronghold is in a ring of 3 in the region of 120 degrees from each other, measured from the origin. Thanks, Wiki. I think that measured from the origin is incorrect. I think measured from the origin line is now incorrect. I think that's probably how it used to be when spawn wasn't 0, but now spawn is always 0, so that's why I think that's now an incorrect statement. And the wiki hasn't been updated. Because that happens with wikis. They don't always get updated, do they? So, right, building blocks. I'm going to take stone with me as building blocks just because I've got a lot of it. And I can spare it. What else do we need? We need food extra food. I'll take the spare jacket potatoes. And actually, I might just trade in some of these carrots and get some, like... Actually, we might get some golden carrots. Take those with us. I've only got 3 emeralds. There are 8 rings, 128 strongholds in total. I think that was approximately what I was said. I don't think I got it exactly right, but yeah. I think I did know that. Oh, I don't have golden carrots unlocked yet. Fine, we'll have some more pumpkin pie. I think that's probably the best. Saturation. Free food. That's probably why I've got pumpkin pie, because I don't have golden carrots yet. Max distance on the... 25,000 from spawn. Okay, so it's under 25,000. That's further out than I thought. Saturation per emerald at the moment, unless zombie cured trades. Yeah, I know. I know. I haven't zombified anything. Yeah, anyway, yeah. Pumpkin pie is probably the best one to have at the moment in this current moment in time. Whew. Okay, so we're gonna go to the north and we're gonna start. I'm gonna aim to go about 5,000 blocks before we start throwing ender pearls out. Is there anything I've forgotten, chat? I don't need to take the extra carrot and emerald with me, so that is something. Is there anything I've forgotten that we need to take with us? Because this always happens, right? I get like 1,000 blocks away and I'm like, oh, I forgot something, I have to go back. Yeah, regen. Eat it even at full hunger. I did know that. I knew that. Suspicious stews actually can be quite a good way, because there are other suspicious stews that you can have. The problem with that, though, is the suspicious stew doesn't stack in your inventory. Take a clock with you? Why would I need a clock? Why would I need a clock? Give me a valid reason why I need a clock. I'll take it. My boat can go there, water bucket can go there, and building blocks can go there. Going underground, you can easily know if it's nighttime, then again, you go to bed. Yeah, I got to bed, so I'll just try it with the bed. Portable clock. Okay, so we're going to go like 5,000 blocks out in this direction, and that's when we're going to throw the first ender pearl. And we'll kind of see which direction it goes in. Oh. Made it. At some point I need to bring that villager out of there. Or maybe we just leave him there forever. Don't throw ender pearl. Why not? What's wrong with throwing an ender pearl? Did I say ender pearl instead of eye of ender? Is that what you're laughing at? That could be what you're laughing at. There's a donkey in the water. I'm gonna have to rescue it at some point. Womble means eye of ender. Yeah, okay. Fine. I said the wrong word. Let's all laugh. Womble got it wrong. Womble's an idiot. Donkey in the water, cow in the sky! Wobble, you blithering idiots. This will actually give me a good idea of if I'm on the 0 line, actually. Because the The compass glass should, red line should always be pointing directly behind us. The further we get away, the more accurate it's going to be as well. Or the less accurate it's going to be. Because I bet we're not quite... No, we're not on the zero line at all. Actually really far away. So yeah, it is actually not as accurate. But it gives us a good guideline. And I switched from Factorio to Minecraft. Dang your wobble, you fiend! Oh, you fiend. Quite a lot of iron exposed on that mountain. Dun, dun. Do you know what we never found in like all the times I've explored? We haven't found a single piece of bamboo. Which is very I only need one piece. I'm kind of hoping that I will be able to find a wandering trader at some point that trades it. But I had no luck yet. Actually, I'm not even sure if they do trade bamboo. I presume they do, right? They trade all the other, like, kind of saplings. And bamboo, well, actually, bamboo will be considered a sapling from now on, right? Because you can get bamboo planks. I think they sell it. Yeah, I think they do as well. The fact that I've, you know, been on the, like, how old is this save now? How many Minecraft days have we had? Day 393. So we're on day 393, and I haven't got any bamboo, is kind of a little bit scared. You can also fish it when in a jungle. We haven't found a jungle either. We've only found like a scattered jungle or whatever like that. Like, it was like 3 jungle trees. That's how I've got the jungle sound. Or get it from a shipwreck. Yeah, we've not found any shipwrecks either. Actually, no, we have. We found a bunch of shipwrecks. To be fair, actually, I might have found bamboo at some point, but I've just like kept it because I didn't have the inventory space to bring it back. Like, I know along in this direction there is a chest somewhere with like a bunch of junk that I didn't immediately need, but I wanted to keep and didn't want to just throw on the floor. You can fish bamboo in warm water. I didn't know that one. Scattered jungle also works. Yeah, but I suppose actually, yeah, you can fish from any water source block. Okay. Like, either way, the scattered jungle is like over 1,000 blocks, over like 10,000 blocks. Actually, in the direction we're going. So we might be able to do it today, but I can't be bothered to make a craft a fishing rod, honestly. Oh, leather! Leather! I didn't bring my leather boots! There's always something! Chat! There's always something! I guess we gotta go around the mountain then. I'm not allowed to... Yeah. Leather booties. Yeah. Now... Okay, made it. Yeah, made it. Murder a cow or 3. Or the horse. I think that's what I did last time. There is that creeper there, I did say it by the way. I think that's actually legitimately what I did last time. I killed the cows. Or I killed the horses, actually. Oh my goodness. Shattered terrain. Well, this is all just normal snow, so we're okay here. We just have to keep an extra eye out for the texture change. That's powdered snow there, like, so it's slightly different texture to that. That's a lot smoother. So just keep an eye out for the texture change. Powdered snow! No, we're okay. We're okay. We made it. Oh, there's more snow. More snow. It's fine. Ow. Dun 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 dun. There's a lot of horses around here. There's a lot. I used to have a horse in this save, and then they died in powdered snow. Because I didn't think that horses could die in powdered snow, and I was wrong. Ender pearls are pretty useful even if you have an elytra. Yeah, I only have 2 ender pearls though, so I don't want to use it just yet. I'm getting a lag. How far away are we now? We're 1,800, so I think once we cross this ocean, we get to like the 3,000 mark. Now, we have been in this direction before, chat. This is where we got the mangrove wood from. In this direction. There's a lot of gravel here. So this is the sort of area that potentially I would build an emerald farm in. Like in the ocean, like out here. I know somewhere near here as well there is the whatchamacallit. And I am tempted to build like a super powered emerald farm. I'm tempted to Google a farm for it actually and do like a mega build. Instead of like one that, Jesus Christ. Someone's message, that was loud. I've got a new phone and the buzzing is a lot louder on my new phone. I got the Pixel 6. I went Google phone. I got a Google phone. No buzzing heard here. Okay. It's just me then. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Nobody's messaging me, chat. It's fine. We good. Earnox 4 raid farm is really simple and efficient. I mean, okay, I'll be honest. If I'm gonna steal a raid farm, I'm gonna take this gold, by the way, and the obsidian. If I'm gonna take a raid farm, I want it to be a mega raid farm. I want it to be like huge, or like any sort of farms. If I'm gonna Google and do the tutorial, it's got to be because it's something that is actually technically out of my reach as a player. Curse of Vanishing Golden Pickaxe. Does gold go through obsidian faster than diamond? No. I also don't think that gold would actually break obsidian, would it? Please go in there. Nice. Box with a B in. Okay, how do you make a freaking an ender chest? I can never remember. How do you... It's obsidian Eye of Ender. Is it just obsidian Eye of Ender in the center? Yeah. Perfect. This is our first ender chest we've made, I think. I'm going to put a few of these things away in here. We'll carry the chest with us, but then at least it's not... I don't have to carry it in my inventory like the gold and things like that. So if we do die... Actually, we could probably put the axe and the spoon in there. So if we died, you know, we don't lose them. We don't have to remake them, but they are available. They are there for us. Home table stay in my inventory. I've got this garbage, which I don't care about. That's gonna go. I like how it's just jumping straight back in my inventory. I'm gonna put that in my what's it as well. Only 8. I'm not planning on going to the end today, cheering. So I don't know if you were here when I was kind of explaining what I was doing. We're not going for the immediate portal right next to, like, the nearest portal, right? We're trying to find a stronghold that is along a singular straight line. Animals already looked on my seed. There is apparently a few. A singular straight line from spawn. So the reason why we've got 8 is because I'm going to be using them to try and find the stronghold. And if it like deviates off the path for too long in a like singular direction, then it's too far away kind of thing, if that makes sense. So that's kind of what we're doing. And the reason why I'm getting this obsidian here is so that I can build another portal. If I ever want to come back and get these very precious materials. Yeah, so that's why I've got 8 Eyes of Ender. We're not planning on actually activating the portal with that. We just wanted to find the stronghold. Or a stronghold that we are going to use. Because I'm playing by a weird set of rules. And it's weird. Okay, I'm playing by a weird set of rules. Which I did explain earlier, but, you know, I kind of don't want to keep overly repeating myself too much on the rule set. So I'll kind of leave it at that. If that makes sense. Also, there is lag spikes. I must have like my render distance up too high or something. Because as we're rendering in like chunks and areas and things, it's... yeah. So yeah, basically we're just adventuring cheering at the moment. Trying to find a stronghold, but we might not. Actually, to be fair, the rules that we've got aren't necessarily the rules that we're gonna follow. Oh no! No, 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 don't yawn, don't yawn. Oh, lack of sleep last night is definitely catching up on me, I'm not gonna lie. So Animal gave us a hint. The portal, the stronghold that we're kind of looking for is between the 5,000 and 17,000 mark. It was as vague as that. Now we've gone off in the north direction. He also said there was quite a few, like 500 blocks down that line away from the area. Ideally, I'd like to hit one that is bang on this line, but we do have a bit of leeway. The further we get away from spawn, the less worried I am about going off of that zero line. I mean, we're on -25 at the moment, so like, you know, the further we get away from spawn, the less worried I am about going off that, because we're never going to really build anything out here apart from like farms. So this area here would be a perfect place for like some raid farms and things like that, something like that. It's still relatively close to spawn, and with a good functioning nether hub you could get here very quickly, but it's far enough away from my spawn area and the west east line that it's not going to affect future updates now, if that makes sense. Just makes it a little bit more interesting, I think. I don't know. It's definitely more of a hassle for me. It's more of a hassle for me. This music, I know, right? Oh, I think that was like some down current that was breaking up my boat. What is that over there? Is that just a natural... I think that was just like a natural wall that was appearing in the area. This is a coral reef over there. I didn't know that that was a thing. I must have missed that when we came back, because I've been up and down this ocean quite a lot because we were trying to get the dogs back. Last time we disappeared off adventuring in this direction, we found dogs, and they were like 15,000 blocks away. So there was 3 of them, and I brought all 3 of them back. So, but that was challenging. One of those dogs is going to go in the sheep pen. And somewhere around here there is, I'm sure there's like a chest with like a bunch of like really random items. It looks like I was directly here, because that is a... Yeah, here's the chest. I'm going to take the oak plants. I will take those. They might come in handy. I'll take the sticks as well. Sticks are fairly handy. The iron nuggets can go in my ender chest, because why not? But everything else can stay in there. Just like... we don't need those. We don't need bone. Actually, bone is vital. We definitely don't need the potato or the seeds. So it should be about the 5,000 mark. So we'll go a little bit further. We'll get into the Badlands biome. I can't remember what it's called, and we'll throw the first. We'll throw the first Eye of Ender. We'll throw the first Eye of Ender in the Badlands biome. So what have you guys been doing over the last week? Because I haven't streamed at all. I've been busy basically. I've had a good week though, for the most part. Friday daytime was very... See, I say Friday, it feels like a week ago now because I haven't slept. But actually it was only like 24 hours ago when I was leaving work. I'm playing about 70 hours of Factorio in the last 2 weeks. Okay, so I said the Badlands biome, so let's fire off our first Ender Pearl. Let's have a look. Let's see what direction it's pointing us in. Are we on the 0 line yet? Thereabouts. We're not that far from it. I'm gonna get to the top of the hill first. Right, are you ready? Okay, so that's completely the wrong direction. So that's not good. It was quite a high thing. So that feels like that's going to the exact location of the other stronghold, but I don't think it is, actually, because if it was, it would be way back there. So let's continue. So I suggest we go another 1,000 blocks before we throw the next one. Hey, T-Man, how's it going? T-Man Army, you have changed your name, sir. I do not appreciate it when people change their names because it confuses the fuck out of me. Hey, man, how's it going, dude? How come you went with the name change? What was the reason behind it? How are you, sir? What have you been doing? Did you watch the SpaceX launch earlier? It was going up into Geo, right? Geo transfer. Was it Telstar? That might have been the company. I don't think it was actual Telsats though. Oh, we got some more coral as well. Dun, 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 dun. Do we have sea pickles? Not overly sure that we do, actually. But I'm gonna leave the sea pickles because I don't want them immediately. I don't plan on building anything underwater anyway just yet, so I don't need sea pickles. There's only one pickle that you like to play with. This is true. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have brought some shears. Wait, I might have enough to make a pair of shears. This is Minecraft after all. Perfect. Why, you ask, are you doing this, Womble? Actually, no, we should probably keep this back. Dead bush. So the reason why I want the shears, this is quite, these blocks are quite annoying to farm, and it's out in the open, and I want the leaves. I'm curious. Ah, okay, yeah, it does make oak leaves. I thought so. I don't want the dead bush. Why would I want the dead bushes? I want these. Actually, they're not difficult to farm, but it's tedious to farm these. It's the live bush I want. Where's my axe? This is why we need shulkers. And the only thing that's left is the rooted dirt. I think I've already been down here, look, because it looks like I've already like just dug straight down into that cave. I think I remember doing that, actually. Oh, I'll get that last one as well. A1 next week. I got 4 Falcon 9 from separate pads in quick succession, and then possibly have a full 33 engine static fire of 7 next week. I don't need those right now. The azalea tree was never here. I just wanted the leaves, the azalea leaves. I thought, you know what? We're going to be building with those on the bee cottage. Like, there's going to be quite a lot of like azalea leaves and things. And if it's just one out in the wild, like way out here, like that's absolutely fine to like take it down. Why not? Tori Bruno's doing Vulcan pictures. You want the rooted dirt? It will have a ton under it. I don't want the rooted dirt. That's okay. I don't need the rooted dirt. I'm not planning on building with the rooted dirt at any time soon. Not in the quantities that were there. You're the closest one to it, yeah. She's pretty cool. Oh god, I'm getting tired. I might not be able to go for as long as I was hoping, actually. Because effectively I will need to figure things out. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I know what I mean. I know what I mean. Yeah, but no, I don't need the dead bush. I don't care about that. Ow. Although this is actually the only place that you can get dead bushes from, but if I did want to start building with dead bush, I'd just walk out here. Also, I went from Vandenberg Fog Falcon Heavy at the Cape. It was amazing. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me. Falcon Heavy was dope as always. Yep. Apart from you can really see it. They landed the boosters not simultaneously. It was in sequence, right? For Falcon Heavy. So like booster 1 landed and then like 3 seconds later booster 2 landed, which is pretty cool. Center core was expended because it was a very heavy satellite going into geo. Completely covered fog, yeah. Couldn't see a thing. It's like first time Falcon Heavy launches in like 2 years or so. Fog. Okay. One booster Cam saw the other. Yeah, the other land, which, yeah, was pretty cool. Apparently I was here at some point. Okay, I think we're getting to the point where we want to be throwing the next Ender Pearl. Vandenberg costume because it was Halloween. Was it actually on Halloween? All I know I was working. Hello, that is potentially very close. So, chat, do we go to that stronghold? Is that the stronghold that we're going to lock in? I can't see it being that far off the 0 line, because that was a... I mean, potentially, we could be going another 2,000 blocks and then it could be like 500 off of the line. Animal did say that there was quite a lot off of the line. Where am I? On the Z negative 7,000. So we haven't actually gone that far, because you said I've gone to the north, but you didn't tell me whether to go to the north or the south, which is one thing. But you said between the 5,000 and 17,000 mark there was one directly on the 0-100, but there were multiple on the -5 on the 500, like 500, at least 500 blocks away from that 0 line, right? And you could have meant east or west. Now, the further I get away from spawn, the more likely I am to go off of that 0-0 line, because effectively I'm not going to be building out this far anyway. I'm probably not even going to do farms out here, but it is a good place to go to when it comes to the end, the strongholds. I don't know if any of that made sense. It made sense in my head, okay? Huh? Okay, no mind. There's dripstone on the outside of there. I've never seen that. And the real question is, did you see Vulcan with its engines? Yep. Yep, I did. Okay, so my question, chat. Which booster is likely to launch first, as in first inaugural launch, including testing, right? Starship Heavy, Vulcan, Ariane 6, or Blue Origin's new Shepard. Out of those 4. I'm not counting Artemis. I think that's fairly sold that is going to be fairly soon, as long as there's no, like, no more faults. I'm fairly confident that that's going to be quite soon. I would say Vulcan, Starship, then New Glenn. Ariane 6 last, I presume. I would say New Glenn is probably going to be after Ariane 6. Just because I don't rate Blue Origin. But I would also say Vulcan first. I think Vulcan will be launched, including test flight, like orbital test flight. I think Vulcan will go before Starship Heavy. Or Starship, or whatever it's called, whatever the booster's called. What's the booster called? Super Heavy, Super Booster, I don't know, I can't remember. Artemis is 16th, yeah. That's why I didn't include Artemis. Although Artemis was already supposed to have gone by now, but false. Big fucking rocket, BFR. I remember those days. It was called something else before BFR. What was it called before BFR? 1:04 AM, yeah. So the 1:04 AM for us animal would be like 6 in the morning. We'd have to get up quite early to watch it, but that for me is actually quite doable. I would prefer that, actually. Okay, so now then, we've got a problem, because the stronghold on the -7,000 mark is now sending me out this direction, and that felt like that was quite a long way, right? So, do we go and chase that stronghold, or do we stay on the path? Just having teething problems. They will get it eventually. The thing is with Vulcan, we don't actually know how far along it is in its development. I mean, I think it's pretty close to doing it. I definitely feel like Vulcan will go up first. way before Starship. I think the thing is with the Starship, what SpaceX have done, which has been very good, it's been very entertaining, but they've shown too much to the public too soon, and they've overhyped it too. Well, it's Elon all over, right? Like, he's overhyped it. He overhyped Starship. You won't say a thing. Yeah, animal. That's fine. I think, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go out and follow this one, mainly because I'm starting to get tired and I kind of want to just find the stronghold. But we're going to go out this one, but I'm going to limit myself down to 300 blocks. So if we don't find it in like, we'll throw another one in 300 blocks, and if it's still like kind of directly ahead, then we'll turn back. So we're going to go 300 blocks off the line. This is mainly because I'm starting to get tired and I kind of do want to find it today. So for this, I am actually going to, because we'll be rendering in new chunks now, I'm going to keep the what's it up that's underneath me. You can't really see it because my overlay is kind of covering it up. So it's not as obtrusive for you guys, but it is obtrusive for me. Just know I'm not enjoying it. We should keep an eye out for... Oh! That's a good find. We've not found one of those yet. We've not found one of those yet. Okay, so screenshot. Because I would say that that's close enough to the line for me to build a farm there. So we've not found one. Anyway, is it still going in that direction? It still is, and it looks like it's just going off in the distance. So I have a feeling that this stronghold is a bust. And we need to get back onto the line. But the small detour that we had, I did not want to throw that, and it broke. Okay. The small detour that we had was worth it because we got to find the Guardians. Okay, we'll go back onto the line, and I'm gonna go as far as 10,000 blocks, I think, and then we will call it, because I am getting tired. I can feel my brain melting away. Melting, forever melting. Okay, so the next time we'll throw one is at the negative 8,800 mark. So we've got another 1,000 blocks, and then we'll throw another thing. I've got 7 left. So we've broken 2 because we made 9. Ooh. Yeah, that's the first time we found a water temple. So that is going to be a project, and that's going to be a project that is potentially fairly soon, I think, because I wouldn't mind prismarine as a building block. In general, both dark prismarine and normal prismarine. Got more wolves. Oh, he's annoyed. Oh no, he's gonna kill the rabbit. Oh my goodness, the lag. I remember where we are now. Sleep, 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 sleep. That's my life right now. Do do do. I remember bringing these goddamn wolves back. I did that off stream. It took me ages to bring the wolves back. It took me ages. Now, I did say I was going to travel back via the Nether. So that's something. However, I do only have like 2 stacks of stone in terms of building blocks. And it's a little bit more risky traveling back through the Nether, but that's okay. So I think what I'll do, I will get to the 10,000 block mark and then we're going to probably end the stream. Because like I said, I'm getting tired. And I feel like the quality of the content is starting to... then I'll start converting Vandy for Vulcan ever since Atlas is done at that pad. Oh, Atlas is done there. I'm gonna miss Atlas. Atlas 5 was a really good booster. I'm gonna miss it. How close are we? So 8,800, that's when I said I was going to throw the next one. That's going to the exact same stronghold that we're at, so we need to go further down the line. I like having Depth Strider on my boots. Okay. So now, question, chat, is the powdered snow in a snow biome forest? In a snow biome? I don't think there is. More dogs. No, only in mountains. Yeah, I thought so. You think? No, I think you're right. Because usually a snow biome is dirt with snow layers on the top, right? Is a starbase, they have 2 types of suppression systems. Fire suppression, water suppression. It's kind of interesting. Wait, fire suppression? What do you mean for fire suppression? No, that's still, it was still getting connected to the same thing. I'm 9,000 blocks away. It's still going to the same stronghold. Whew. Like I said, I'm going to go to the negative 10,000 block mark, and then I'm going to call it. I might not travel back through the Nether today on stream. I might just leave us out at the 10,000 blocks, and then we can decide whether we can pick it up this quest at a later date. They have water nozzles going up towards the engine so that with fire ever break out, they could suppress it. I see, okay. Fire suppression and then water suppression will make the jumps. Sorry, teammate. I think my brain is like not quite computing what you're trying to say, unfortunately. So I'm on... so Thursday night I had 3 hours sleep, and last night I've had about 3 hours sleep. I didn't get to sleep until like 6 AM yesterday morning, and that was after like a 26, 27 hour period of no sleep because I just couldn't get to sleep. So I think my brain has gone to pot. And yeah, oh, there's already a portal here, so we could just connect up that portal, potentially. Okay, so it's still going out to the same frickin' stronghold, so this is very annoying. Oh, also the sprint is on F1, so I'm gonna go and do that. Okay, so we've made it out to the 10,000 area. This is now 10,000 blocks away from spawn. I think I've got to call it here, unfortunately, chat. I'm starting to flag quite severely, and my brain is, well, I will let you guys be the judge of that. Not that my brain's ever really, like, good. But, yeah, I am going to call it here. Thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will be back, maybe Thursday. With whatever I fancy. I don't know. I don't know whether it'll be Minecraft or what. Yeah, maybe Thursday. There is no promises for Thursday. But next weekend will be, yeah, normal stream on the Sunday. Saturday, rather. Normal, like, non-D&D week stream. Sorry we didn't do D&D this week. I do realise people do like D&D, and I like doing it, but, like I said, Janice isn't available today, and, yeah, I was struggling with, like, content creation. Well, it wasn't necessarily the fact that I couldn't figure out a way why Janice wasn't there. There was a very logical reason why Janice wasn't there. However, I want to get going with, like, the main storyline now and get that underway. Now that, like, we've gone through the kind of, like, tutorial phase, I guess. I want level 1 to start of the video game that we've created. That sounds silly, but that's kind of how I'm seeing it. And, I do kind of need all the characters there to start that. So if we'd have done D&D today, it would have just been a filler episode. And yeah, it's quality over quantity. Absolutely, Animal. That was kind of what I was feeling. Also, like, I did have a bit of a creative block. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't know what to do with the D&D session as a whole. Today. But if I've got all the characters available, I know exactly what we're doing. Yeah. Anyway. Right. I will see you guys next week, maybe during Thursday. No promises on the Thursday stream, but it is a potential. It is likely, I guess. I'll see you guys then. Have a good night, evening, noon. Insert time zone here. I'll see you on the flip side. Ta-da!